Thursday, January 19th. It's the heart of winter. What winter? 37 degrees. It's another January thaw. Actually, just about every day this January has been a thaw. The leading edge of the cloud, our next weather system, is now going over the Atlantic Ocean. So the sun came between the earth and that cloud. Many, many beautiful sunrise pictures, but I think Kat Sotnick's dad in Narragansett, Rhode Island, should get the prize for the prettiest. Oh, there's the snow. Bye. It's going to snow tomorrow. It's been snowing a little, tiny bit, about 8 or 9 of the last couple days in a couple weeks. That was light rain yesterday, 0.02. And it's going to rain today, even though it's pretty cold outside. Top of Mount Washington's going to be all snow this morning, in the teens up top. And there's going to be a nice snowfall for our mountains. All snow on a line north from about Killington to Sunday River, I'd say. Something like that. Gunstock right on the line. This morning we had a T on the radar. T stands for trouble. A lot going on there. There's going to be some severe weather on the warm side of the front. This morning starting off at 63 degrees in Chattanooga, while it's only 30 in Binghamton. And the air in southeastern Canada is pushing south and east into this storm system. So even though it's mostly green on the radar this morning, it's going to turn blue and orange and red. There's going to be quite the variety. Not going to be all snow. A wintry mix is expected across the forecast area. Now, you see that T on the, you get lots of different shapes, but the left-hand side of the top of the T, that's a tail. And just like there are hints in the guidance about what's going to happen, after it rains in Boston for, say, 18 hours starting this afternoon and going through tomorrow morning, it's going to change to snow. And an old rule of thumb, which I should apply more, it doesn't usually stop snowing until the low pressure system gets north of your latitude or just really far away. And in this case, what's happening is we have a redeveloping low from northern New York to Long Island, and it's a pretty strong low, and there's cold air already in place. So it may end up snowing for many hours in Boston tomorrow into tomorrow night. And that could leave us with an inch or two. And certainly it'll be a wet ground turning icy here by Saturday morning. Not a real hard freeze in southern New England, but it is going to be fairly cold this weekend. Looks seasonable. It should be a good weekend for skiing anywhere that gets all snow. Some of the best of the season, really. And not too windy. And then the next storm is going to come in Sunday night, Monday, and that is going to be a more windy storm. It's going to power through New England. That rain-snow line has nudged a little bit north in the guidance since yesterday. But that should be a net gain of another close to a foot of snow near the Canadian border. And then there's going to be another one coming in here Wednesday, Thursday. That also has trended a little warmer in the guidance over the last 24 hours. So, the models, you can't, like I said yesterday, you can't look at them with a microscope. You got to look at them with a macroscope. So there's 3 events in the next 7 days that are going to be all snow near the Canadian border and probably all rain near the south coast. But this Sunday, Monday one, for example, the Euro had it missing to the south several days ago, and now it has it far enough north that there's a rain-snow line. So that still could jog south a little bit. As for that Arctic front, the models and guidance are not as bullish on bringing that in. Next week, it looks like it wants to come in pieces. But the trend, you can see it there in the Boston 14-day, is for, hello there, much colder air next week. And then the long-range guidance has it kind of lifting back out by Groundhog Day. So that's going to be a moving target. Weather is always a moving target. What kind of bird is that again? How close can I get? Climbing over the warm farm now. Maybe stumble. Oh, that close. Yesterday, we installed another, gotta put some seed in there. We installed another webcam, and this time put up the Tempest weather system along with the webcam for Steve in Shrewsbury. adding this to the Boston and Maine. This is a new system we're developing here where we're going to stream both the weather and the webcam, and the weather data at the same time. And Steve built himself quite a beautiful backyard. Thanks for having us over. That was a pleasure. And you know where we are if you want one of these systems. We're not going far. Here with the play-by-play over the next several days, and then getting on a jet plane over the weekend, though. Not going to be around here. Your surf ski weatherman and T-Rex signing out. And Steve, always on the sideline. Probably want to find a way to incorporate you into these more, Steve. And Mitt's up there, just kind of watching. And it's chill. Pulling wires.
Is it going? Okay, good.
That's what I grew up doing, pulling wires.
Pull wire. You were doing that when you was a kid, right? The electrical.
Dad was an electrician.
Yeah.
Comes around, goes around. Here we are doing it again in Shrewsbury. Gonna run it all the way over to here. A lot of things running around here, aren't there? Oh, look at all that. And eventually come down over here and then back up into the house. There's the camera. There's a weather sensor. It's the first streaming cam and sensor installation.
What do they charge for?
Thousands.
Oh, wow.
At Steve's house in Shrewsbury.
Let me call you back.
And the connection
And power. Need one more wire.
to the power.
Go hit
And then
power go to here.
the CPU. And we may have video. There it
Look
is.
at that. So we're gonna point to the left a little bit.
There it is, Steve, your backyard.
Tilt a little bit. Hold on.
Shrewsbury, streaming cam.
Yeah, hold on. Let's just for the moment just here.
There it is.
Running. And
Oh, there it is.
I'm gonna put it onto YouTube.
There it is. It's up.
10 seconds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So how long will you guys be?
Half
I
hour.
would say
So there we have it. The streaming weather data. The streaming webcam. And the mastermind of the whole situation.
I'll go a little more to the left here.
Why we're not ice skating in Shrewsbury on January 18th, that's another issue altogether. But the plan is we are going to have ice skating here next week, an evening fire pit. Funny how nature works. I kind of started thinking about this kind of system maybe when I was about 12 years old. Let's see, that would have been 40 something years ago. Were you thinking this 40 years ago too?
About 25 years ago, maybe.
Good enough.
22. Yeah.
Love when a plane comes through. Gorgeous day. You mentioned there's a barn. Steve built this whole neighborhood. Lived in those houses too.